I know, okay? خلاص بدي واحد شي. I just want one thing, a Nintendo Switch 2, but I don't have it yet, okay? I know, we're still talking about and you know what? This could be a relevant topic to those who have the Nintendo Switch 2. Like, I'm not sure what's going on with, like, their eShop, but since it's like Nintendo and like the eShop, I don't know, I would assume it's maybe the same. I've noticed, and maybe you have noticed, that there's a really weird thing going on the Nintendo eShop, and it's been going on, like, I want to say for a while now. Just scrolling the shop, seeing if anything funny is, you know, coming out on the Switch. And like almost a third of the games I saw on the Nintendo Switch's shop were literally AI games. You know, it was either like really shitty like puzzle games or really horny puzzle games. All right, let's take a look what we got going on here. Perfect. Elegant Egyptian, I'm pretty sure is what that just said to me. Yep, elegant Egyptian. You buy girls? Right. Need over 50 pretty anime girls in this relaxing puzzle game. Very Egyptian for sure. Or a visual novel is what I'm pretty sure they're called. But seriously, once you start browsing, you'll kind of start picking up on like a pattern in the eShop. And a lot of these titles will use like that same formula. A very generic title like Anime Puzzle World or Love Anime World. And then like the cover image is always like just 100% AI. Fucked up fingers, a lot of, you know, details either not there or it's just insanely hard to tell like what's going on. Like, you know, those like, well, there's that one really popular image where it's like, tell me one thing in this photo, and you're like, I think I see the color brown. Very muted colors. The color, anytime there's also AI art, every color palette from AI art is so muted. I don't know what the fucking computer's all about with that, but it's so weird. I also just like how all the books in the back, no detail. The computer is just facing a wall. Like that's not even a desk you can get behind. You know what I mean? Like that's a wall right there. And then the game it's either a puzzle or just some sort of fucking wiki how. I'm not even kidding you. We're gonna get into that. Weird like how-tos and guides that they have on the eShop, which I'm not gonna sit here and say they copied me. I used to read really shitty how-tos and guides, and I kind of miss doing that, and maybe I'll go back to it. I've had other ideas come to mind lately, so not saying we're abandoning it. We'll come back to her one day. Typically, a lot of these games are going to be under $5. So it's like, if you see a game and you're for like 1 second, you're like, that looks a little interesting, and it's like $5 or under, look into a little bit more. Do a little bit of research before you buy that. And I also just love that these studios just don't exist anywhere else. But let's kind of like look into like, how does this happen, right? Because I don't think it was Miyamoto's intention to have Busty Beach Jigsaw Adventure 3 sitting next to Tears of the Kingdom on the Nintendo eShop. A while ago, Nintendo did kind of relax a little bit of its publishing standards because they wanted to compete with mobile games and of course like the indie market. So that encouraged, you know, people to just slap together a Unity template, shove in some AI assets, and then boom, upload a game to the eShop. But literally super recently, Nintendo just announced, and they said Nintendo has updated its guidelines for publishing on the Nintendo Switch 2 eShop. So they're starting to implement a stricter vetting process to combat the low quality slop games that have plagued the storefront in the past and now in the present. But they're implementing this just for the Nintendo Switch 2. It didn't say anything about it being for the Switch right now. But with the Switch True, the Switch True, the True console. I don't know why that made me embarrassed. I just got like really red in the face. I'm sitting in here alone with my dogs. I just embarrassed myself to myself. Okay. With the Switch 2's driving like an influx of new players to the storefront, Nintendo is like looking to correct this oversight before it becomes like a major problem with their new console because they don't want people to be like, ah, fresh start. Not so fresh though. Looks like Hentai Girls 3 crawled its way onto the Nintendo Switch 2 as well. So what they're gonna start doing now is that anything that qualifies as damaging the Nintendo brand will be disallowed from being featured on the storefront. Very vague, not really sure what qualifies of, you know, damaging Nintendo's brand. I would guess maybe boobies, but I'm not so sure about like spamming the same game over and over and over again. It almost feels like too a lot of these publishers, I'm not even gonna give them that title, are posting literally a new game like every week, I swear to God, because there are just so many identical games that they're just pumping out. And there's one gaming company, publisher, developer thing, I kept seeing in particular, and it was Lunaria Games, I think I'm saying that right, and I could not find anything on them. Like I literally would like Google search Lunaria Games publisher, Lunaria Games developer, like everything. I went onto Nintendo's website because you could search up, you know, developers on the site itself. Yeah, the games came up, but once you go to the page, I'm like, okay, yeah, there's the fucking the publisher's name, but that doesn't help me in this situation. I like found a page and it showed me a list of games published by Lunaria Games SL, and I'm like, is it the same? I'm not sure. And it was just like boat simulator, train simulator, and it is the same company. And I looked into one of those like simulator games because it seems like that was probably the most effort they've ever put into like any game, if you want to even call it effort. I'm not sure. One of the things they highlighted was weather effects. There are weather effects in this game. Also, they're selling these for a very pretty penny on Steam for like 18 bucks and 10 bucks and shit like that. So if you were actually on the team of developing and creating that game, what happened? What happened to you guys after that? This is so fucking lazy and shitty. Dude, I miss real shovelware made by real people. I miss that real fucking shovelware that was made by real people. Is this the same developer? Because this looks I think it is. Lunaria Games. Bro, they're just selling WikiHow fucking articles on the Nintendo eShop now. Become a love expert. Don't mind if I do. Lunaria Games? Oh my god, bro. Oh my god, dude. This is so fucked up and so fucking lazy. This is so fucked. Like, genuinely, come on. A guide? Also, the shop, it seems to be littered with all these additions. Additions to the shit-ass games that are already out there, right? It'll be like Summer Edition, Walking Your Dog Edition, Thursday Edition, Back to School Edition, My Nuts and Balls Edition. Like, it's just constant. And they all cost money. They all cost money, even if it's like 99 cents. You're still dropping a fucking penny on that guy. It just kind of sucks to see that the original Nintendo Switch's eShop is just kind of getting shit on, turning into this like digital landfill where a lot of these real actual indie devs are getting buried under gross AI slop. I think by now you guys can probably see where I stand on the whole AI debate. I don't find AI to be innovated in the arts. I don't think there's anything helpful for AI being implemented into the arts. It's exploitation is what it is. It steals from other artists and it causes, you know, companies, if you want to even call them companies, or people like this to use these cheap tools and to pump out like low effort garbage just so they can make quick money. I don't know. Let me know if you guys have seen any weird or insane games in the eShop, or if you know someone that you talk to every day and they're like, I can't wait to go home and sit down and play Titty Drop on my Nintendo Switch. The emojis! Like, I can't! I like dead ass. I can't right now, brother. This is literally just fucking freaky Suika game. This is quite literally just Suika game, but freaky. This is so Why do I want to buy it? Okay.